So spiritual dharma is the same for everybody, irrespective of caste, creed, country. And what is this? What do we mean by the spiritual dharma? It is to realize that I am not this body, I am a soul, and practice devotion, a connection to God, whom we are all parts of. What is the soul? We don't have a clue. We only know that there is something there inside that's keeping us alive. But what is it? You know, science has tried through various experiments to identify it. What is it? Is it a light? How heavy is it? They engaged a dying man in a glass cage to see. But nothing, no crack in the glass. No difference in weight of the person. It is something subtle. It is not a material thing. That's only the point where the intellect is material. So our instruments are material. And therefore, in order to know about the soul, we have to go to spiritual science. No material text can tell you about it. And spiritual science tells you that the soul within each person, it is eternal. It is beyond birth and death. You heard the beautiful verses from the Bhagavad Gita. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita na bhuya ajo nitya shashvatoyam prano nanyate anyamane sharire. 2nd chapter, 28th verse. The soul is an entity which is beyond birth and death. So why do you fear? You are beyond death. You don't die. These were the verses that the soldiers in India would recite when they would go to fight the war. During the independence, 1947, they would go fearlessly. What is death? We are beyond death. That's the state of mind this wisdom can take you to. Once you know and try to think about it and put it into practice. So the soul is an eternal entity. Second, the scriptures tell you the soul is a part of God. Mamaivayasho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, 15th chapter, 7th verse. All the souls, all the beings are parts of me, Arjuna. Therefore, the whole world is one family. Don't we say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam? This is the reason. We are all related to each other. And more than related to each other, we are also related to that Supreme Being. We are parts of Him. So an eternal relationship with Him, which we only, all Hindus, they are taught, little children, they are taught that verse, Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva. You know it by heart. We teach the children. And just as we pay lip service to God, we make them pay lip service. That's it. There is a meaning behind it. Why do you repeat this verse? You have the father of this physical body, the father of the soul is that Supreme Being. So if you have a duty towards the father in the material world, your parents, you also owe a duty to the father of your soul, because he is the one who planned you to come to the world before you even knew it. So he decided we come, and it is his power that made your body. And not only that, everything, the whole mechanism in your body, without even being aware of it, we are breathing. Oxygen is going into your lungs. Why don't we breathe in carbon dioxide? He's balanced the creation so beautifully. The trees are there. They give out oxygen for you. You take in oxygen. That purifies your blood, right? The lungs are made in such a way. They inflate, they deflate. And then how those millions of capillaries. It's a miracle, this whole body that is being structured. The greatest of doctors, he cannot understand the whole system completely, especially in the brain. So we have a relationship, and you want to know the most important relationship? Why it's indispensable? Because what we desire most in life, what do you want most in life? What are you looking for? I want to be happy. I want to be perfectly happy. I want to be happy forever. That's what you want. And you also want to be free of all stress and suffering. That's what our whole life revolves around. Till today we have tried. That's all we do throughout our life. Make an effort to achieve this state of happiness, but we are still hoping against hope. Once this happens, once I have a child, once I have this job, once I have this big house, once I do this, once I have another, and then I'll be happy. That state never comes because we do not know that the happiness that you are seeking has got to do with God. You don't know that. Do you know the definition of God? Anando brahme vijanat anandat deva kalimani bhutani jayante anandena janani jivanti. That Upanishad, third chapter 7, verse is that. He, God, is bliss, Anand, and we are parts of Anand. And therefore, without anybody teaching you, without reading anywhere, you want happiness. Isn't it your nature? Did anyone teach you to desire only happiness? Never desire to be unhappy. Don't ever desire stress in your life. Did anybody teach you that? No. It was natural. Where did this come from? Your parents taught you a lot of things. Don't steal, don't lie, be good to people, be forgiving, be kind, don't hurt people. We've been told all these things, but never did anybody tell you to desire happiness. Never did anybody tell you not to desire unhappiness. It was there naturally. And this is because we are parts of bliss. Therefore, it is our nature. Just as it is the nature of fire to give light and heat. In the same way, we are parts of God. Therefore, there is this desire within you that you want happiness until you do not connect with Him through this practice of spiritual dharma which I am talking about. Just forget about ever experiencing perfect, true, real happiness. Those who focus their lives totally on worldly life, they are focused only on that, they are bound to be restless, dissatisfied, unhappy, and stressed. Dr. Flanders, he is a leading authority on psychosomatic medicine. He wrote in his book, Body and Mind, the inability to relax is the most widespread disease in the world today. That is what he writes. A quiet mind and a relaxed body turned toward God can draw for you reserves of energy that you can use in the times you require them. A doctor is telling you that.